quick tour down end of week 2. Doesn't appear as though a lot's changed, but there have been some changes. I haven't done any more work on the compost area. Decided to leave that as there's probably wildlife hibernating and overwintering within there. Grass snakes like some of those sort of areas to hide in. So leaving that until maybe March, April time. Finished clearing back the rest of the raspberries down to the last post down here. That was just a couple of odd jobs left over from last week. The main job this week was to remove the huge brambles which sat right in the centre. Well, that's where the bonfire is now. We came up on, I think it was Wednesday, a pair of loppers and made short work of that. So that was all cleared down, and then today we've been up. It's a site clearing day today primarily. Burning all the brambles from both clumps and all the ferns and the dead grass we've peeled back. So started to tidy up, moving all the rubbish into one location. Plans have changed slightly for my longer term. I was considering making one of the beds down at the bottom end down here, bringing that into cultivation for this year. But what I've decided now is I'm going to leave that bottom end until I get time, maybe later this year or probably next year. What I'm going to do is, as I walk backwards back along the plot, this area to my left now, just down here, this is going to be cleaned up, and I'm going to lay plastic over that, kill back the weeds. I was doing a bit of raking, and I thought I could see the outline of the original beds, and lo and behold, just running a rake over it, you can see quite clearly footpath up there, and there's a footpath up here, and in the middle we have a bed. And I even got a handful of potatoes out of that bed, so bonus. So that bed just needs turning over, weeding, and it's about ready to go, hence the change of plans. Next to it you can see the footpath there, just here, and to the left of that I've got another bed identified by raking. I knew there was a bed here because there is some old asparagus here which I want to clear back and see if the crown's come up with anything this year. But towards the back, quick rake, bare soil. Footpath down the left hand side. So I'm going to, next job then is to get those two beds forked, weeded, edged and ready for some cropping. I've got some potatoes I'm going to buy tomorrow. Need chitting, they'll be ready end of March, April. So hopefully get that bed there ready for the potatoes. And I got peas and beans coming on, which I can put around here somewhere. Somewhere, he says. So that's the plan for next week, is bring those two beds up to spec, so I've got something to plant. And then down here, some of the old bushes, you can see there's one just here, which have sprung up from the original bushes over here, blackberries. They're coming out and will end up on the bonfire because they're no longer required. So that's it, end of week 2, and I'm starting to make some progress, thankfully.